Good morning, guys. You're looking at Mel's messy craft desk. I figured I wouldn't care and I would show you anyway, even though I should be ashamed of myself. Look, just take a little peek at my little mess here. But I was working on some things and I told you guys that I would when I got a chance to play around with it. And I'm really looking forward to the fall as well, because I just seem to have a lot more time to, not a lot more, let me not exaggerate, but more time to play around in my craft room versus the summer. We're always out doing something, which is good. I don't mind that, but in the fall, towards winter, not that I love the cold either. In the fall, I have a little more time in my craft room. But anyway, let me get to my point of this video, which was, I told you guys, I showed you the burlap paper, and anybody who watches, and I gotta laugh at Scrappin' Pink Lady, she said I forgot to mention in my favorites that I love burlap paper, but I still have to do my video yet, so I'll probably add that. Not just burlap paper, burlap anything. I love the texture, again, probably because it relates to fall, but anyway, I said that I would try this out and I wanted to see if it would die cut. This is the burlap paper that was from Joann's. It looks like this. It just has a piece of washi on it because I was playing around trying to make a tag. But it looks like this, and then the back of it has this paper. It's at Joann's right now. This is 6x6 and you get 24 sheets. And I used my coupon for that. But for that, I wanted to show you whether it die cut or not. Now, I have I'll cover you up and show you, the e-bosser. It's a electric machine, so you don't have to do the winding, and it fits it through. And I was unable to get it to successfully die cut all the way through. Did it go through some? Yes. Did it spit it back out at me? Because with this machine, if anything's too thick, instead of trying to jam it through and break the machine, it'll spit it back out at you, which is good and bad. Because sometimes you just want to try to force it, and then other times you're like, okay, maybe it's a good thing that it spit it back out so it doesn't break my machine trying to, complete a project. So all in all, it kind of and I know you're probably getting excited seeing this cutout, but it half cut this through, and then I had to manually go and cut the rest through. Like, say it cut out the corner and pierced through here, but then I pretty much had to do the work myself. So I would say no, it does not die cut. Again, I didn't try it with a cuttle bug. Maybe you guys can get more due to the fact that yours doesn't reject it, but I don't know. I wouldn't recommend that either, because it could be too thick and it could break it, and you don't want your machine broken over that. So this is my result. I ended up cutting it out, and it came out cute because I had it like halfway cut, and then I just I didn't do it perfect. So I made up this little tag. So I cut out the rest that it didn't cut. Then I hand cut out a heart out of burlap with the same paper, and then I sprayed it, and it did make it a little bit, you see it's a little bit rugged, but that's part of the look. So I sprayed it with this mist, which I don't have a lot of mist. I have a couple mists. I might even only have like 3, but I never use them, so I was glad to use them. And I used my Tim Holtz tiny attacher to attach this heart to the burlap tag. This hole, I hole punched with a regular hole punch. It wasn't easy. I did have to do it and be careful and kind of get it through, but I was able to get it through. And then this was just my burlap ribbon that me and Miss Tina got. It looks like this. I got it from Michael's last year. Oh, here's one color. This is brown, and it's by Celebrate It, if you guys can find it. It's great because, well, these ones only have 5 yards, I guess because they're the fancier burlap-like ribbon. So that's what I used for here, because I also have some ribbon from Miss Marilyn, but I'm hoarding it. I want to make an album, and I'm so excited. Is this like an obsession or what? I'm so excited too for, not that I'm rushing anything once again, but once Christmas does come, I want to display, I almost want to get it now. I put it in a special place. She made me an album, and I really love this album. She just put so much work into it, but like I'm excited to pull it through because I haven't really seen it since last season, and I'm excited it'll be like seeing something new all over again. But I want to make something similar to that, so I'm kind of hoarding this. She gave me a bunch of, I'll show you what she gave me. Here it is here. I like keep it out of my desk so I can look at it. But she gave me some of this tan color. So I don't know what this, like, I just like, look how this is like woven, however you say that. I don't know, it's just neat. Just love the textures. Then I had this is like a linen, like, bootleg. This is a bootleg bootleg burlap. But it's more like a linen, but it looks like burlap how it's frayed, and the color is a little off, but I just love those kind of textures. So anyway, moving on, this is how you can cut out. So if you have this paper, I would recommend you could even trace it, like use some of your dies, trace around it in cuts. And here's another freelance arrow that I cut out, but I didn't have any type of pattern or anything. So because it has the paper on the back, it'll cut, and of course you got to be careful of it fraying. But I was able to hand cut some of it out, and it wasn't too hard. And this was just me playing around with my next thing I'm going to show you. I have these, and they're not all in here now. This is called, by Stampin' Up!, it's called the Headline Alphabet. This is an old retired one, but if you have anyone like it, it should work. This is what the letters look like. And I wanted to use some of my craft paints. And of course I was looking for like a burnt orange color, but I don't have it. I'll show you up here. Oh, look, there's my Black Heart Prims. She's Miss Kelly. She made me that little dolly right here, and I have her up in my craft room. But see, there's all my paints up there. I love her. But all the my craft paints up there. But I guess I was like in a pastel mood because now that I'm looking for some fall colors, I didn't really have an orange, even though that one looks like it's orange at the top right there, but that's like a coral color, so I know that wouldn't work. But anyway, I was trying to look for these colors. So this is what I came up with, and I stamped it on. This is regular burlap. I just had a scrap piece, and this is just burlap. This is the one I was trying the different backings on it. But this is just like I think I got a yard of regular burlap that's not lined or anything, just from your, fabric store. I got mine from Joann's, and I got a bunch of other colors. But anyway, I used the paints and I had fun, and I just cut, like, this is from one of these things, and I just cut the edge because it was jumbo, and I used one end for here and the other end, and look, I got my little phrase in my burlap on there, but I used the other end for the green. So I just poured them in the caps, and if you're wondering what colors I used to do this, this one is Spanish Olive by Craft Smart. I think that's Michael's. I think these were like $4 for $1 at one point, so I should have, got some fall colors. And this one's Plum, and I love this color. And then I had this deep burgundy out just in case, and even the yellows I have weren't quite the right fall yellows. So I chose to go with these two and just alternate. And if you can't tell, it says Autumn. It looks like it's spelled wrong. I don't think it is. Maybe it's just the spacing of them. And then I used this little heart stamp that I have and just sponged it on there. So now I have to wipe them all off and make sure you clean your stamps. But this is just an idea I like to share. I love when you guys share little things because you learn little here and there or put your own touch on it. But try stamping with your letter stamps. I tried it with the ink. That's what this mess is over here. I tried a couple different mediums. So that was the paint. This was the craft paint. This was orange pigment ink. This was the Memento little dye-based inks, but each of them I wanted it to show up a little better, and plus I wanted this color scheme, so I decided to go with the craft paint. But try out your things, and just another way to use burlap that I love, so we'll get it out in practice for now, but we still have time. We got a little bit left of the summer, but oh well, I'm just having fun playing up here. So thanks for watching, guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.